Did you know some freedivers hunt fish for dinner? Others dance underwater. Some even wear mermaid tails. When most people think of freediving, they picture athletes diving deep in the ocean. But freediving is so much bigger than that. In fact, you might have already done a form of freediving yourself without even realizing it. Hi, I'm Zoe from the Molchanovs team, and today we're exploring 9 surprising types of freediving that prove this sport is about so much more than just going deeper, further, or longer. Let's dive in. Number 1, spearfishing. Let's start with one of the oldest forms of freediving on the planet, spearfishing. Long before freediving became a sport, coastal communities were using breath hold diving to hunt for food. Today, spearfishing combines diving skills, patience, hunting technique, and an understanding of marine life. Unlike fishing from a boat or pier, you become part of the underwater environment. You need to move quietly, stay relaxed, and get close enough to fish for a clean shot. And as a bonus, some of the world's most beautiful underwater destinations become your marketplace. Number 2, surf hold down. If you're a surfer, you might already have more freediving experience than you realized. Anyone who's been caught under a big wave knows what it's like to have to stay calm while holding your breath underwater. Those hold downs can feel like they last forever. The ability to remain relaxed, manage stress, and conserve oxygen is something that surfers and freedivers have in common. So while freedivers may struggle to stand up on a board, many surfers already possess some of the mental skills needed to succeed in freediving. It's also a big reason why so many surfers take freediving courses. Number 3, pool freediving. When most people think of freediving, they picture athletes diving deep into the ocean. But some of the world's best freedivers never leave the pool. Pool freediving is one of the most accessible types of competitive freediving and focuses on distance rather than depth. Athletes compete to see how far they can swim underwater on one breath using different kinds of fins or no fins at all. Some of the world's top athletes can cover more than 300 meters underwater on a single breath. In fact, pool freediving is where some of the biggest names in our sport will be competing at the IDA Pool World Championships. If you've never watched competitive freediving before, this is one of the most exciting events on the calendar. Make sure you're following Molchanovs for competition coverage, as some of the world's biggest names in freediving go head-to-head this June 2 to 6. Number 4, snorkeling. This one might surprise some people. Technically, snorkeling isn't freediving. After all, you are breathing through a snorkel while floating on the surface. But think about what happens when you spot a turtle, Nemo, or a school of fish a few meters below you. You take a breath and dive beneath the surface, and for those few moments underwater, you're freediving. In fact, this is how a lot of freedivers get started. One day, you're happily snorkeling on holiday. The next, you're wanting to stay down a little longer, dive a little deeper, and explore a little further beneath the surface. For many people, snorkeling is their first introduction into breath hold diving and the underwater world. So while snorkeling isn't technically freediving, it might just be the first step in your freediving journey. Quick safety tip: if you're going to dive beneath the surface while snorkeling, remove the snorkel from your mouth before you descend. Number 5, mermaids. Yes, mermaids are real. Well, sort of. Professional mermaids perform at aquariums, theme parks, even on board cruise ships. But beneath the fantasy is a surprisingly serious set of skills. Mermaids use the same breath hold techniques as freedivers, all while swimming in a tail and performing choreographed movements underwater. And beyond the costumes and performances, many mermaid communities are involved in conservation and environmental education. Number 6, pearl diving. Imagine diving 20 meters on a single breath. Now imagine doing that in your 80s. For centuries, Japan's armor divers have harvested pearls, shellfish, and other marine resources while using breath hold diving techniques. What's incredible isn't just their skill, it's their longevity. Many armor divers continue diving well into their later years, proving that freediving isn't just for elite athletes chasing records. It can be a lifelong connection with the ocean. Number 7, underwater dancing. Freediving isn't always about distance or depth or numbers. Sometimes it's about creativity. Underwater dancing combines movement, breath control, and artistic expression, all in an environment where it feels like gravity disappears. Movement that would be impossible on land suddenly becomes effortless underwater. Whether it's a synchronized swimming team or a solo choreography, underwater dancing shows a completely different side of freediving. Number 8, underwater photography. Want to get closer to marine life? Leave the scuba tank behind. Many underwater photographers use freediving because it allows them to move more naturally through the water. Some of the most breathtaking underwater images were captured by photographers diving on a single breath. And finally, one of the most meaningful forms of freediving, number 9, marine conservation. Around the world, volunteers use freediving skills to help monitor reefs, remove marine debris, restore habitats, collect scientific data, and support conservation projects. You don't need to be a marine biologist to make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is a mask, fins, and a willingness to protect the places we love to dive. So there you have it, 9 surprising forms of freediving that prove this sport is so much more than just diving deep on a line. Whether you're interested in photography, spearfishing, mermaiding, or simply exploring the underwater world, there's probably a version of freediving that's right for you. Did we miss any surprising types of freediving? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the Molchanovs YouTube channel for more stories, tips, training advice, and insights from the freediving community. If this has made you want to try freediving, make sure you check out the Beginner Online Freediving course. It's designed to help complete beginners understand the skills, science, and safety principles behind freediving from anywhere in the world. And if you're ready to take the plunge, find a Molchanovs Wave 1 course near you and start your freediving journey with a certified instructor. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the water. Meet Dalton! You guys might remember Henry from the first video, but this is Dalton, named after Dalton's Law. We are obviously a freediving family here.